Tonight, a woman in prison for trying to kill her mother in Tellico Plains is petitioning to get out early. And she says the woman she tried to murder supports it. The bizarre case dates back to 2018 in Tellico Village.
10 News reporter Vinay Simlat joins us now with the results of a parole hearing and whether the support from her mom made any difference. Vinay?
Brittany John, Kimberly Hopkins was convicted for trying to kill her mother. She told her mom she was going to give her a manicure, but ended up zip tying her and putting a bag over her head. Each time she's in front of this board.
According to the police report that I read, there was an attempt on my mother's life.
Kimberly Hopkins changes her story.
I take full responsibility for my actions and my decisions on that day.
In 2020, she told board members her mom asked her to kill her.
I would never have done anything that I did on June 17th without my mother's permission and without helping her.
She says she'd stay away from her mom and her home in Tellico Village.
If it is part of my parole not to speak to her anymore or whatever, not to maintain contact, I will definitely abide by that.
Later, she says her mom wanted her help.
And she would like it if I was able to come and care for her, actually.
She says if she gets out of prison, she'd get a job. Again, she changed her story.
I am a Buddhist and I intend to go into monastery and become a Buddhist nun.
Prosecutors explained how Kimberly Hopkins tried to kill her mother to the parole board.
She then took some zip ties and tied her mother's hands together so that her mother couldn't move her hands. At that point, she moved behind her mom in the chair and she put a bag over her head.
They say even if the parole board puts restrictions on her, she's still a threat.
People violate court orders, people violate their parole, people violate probation all the time.
Asking the Board of Parole not to change her sentence, they say her changing stories
There is no memory of that for me.
proves she hasn't changed. So today, that Board of Parole member voted not to grant her an early release. The majority of the board would have to agree for it to become official, and that's likely to happen. Kimberly Hopkins has served 5 years in prison out of her 15-year sentence. John, Brittany?
Vinay, thanks so much for that report.